Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Premier Outdoors. My name is Scotty. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. I know it's been a while. We've kind of been, ever since the inception of this channel 4 or 5 years ago, we really didn't have a direction. We didn't know what we were going to do. We tried different things and it just didn't feel organic or right. And so what we basically just decided is I'm just going to be me. And I'm going to film what I do. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, that's cool too. But if you do like it, hit that like and subscribe because we've got a lot of cool stuff we're going to do. Heading to the beach this weekend, going to do some fishing on Matagorda. And that's really what this channel, I think, is going to center around, is just me cooking and fishing. And that's really what I do the most of. But with that being said, I wanted to introduce something that I went and purchased kind of specifically for that purpose and for this channel. We never had, and it may seem a little extreme to buy a truck just for a YouTube channel that has very little subscribers, but it's more than that. I really wanted it for the fishing, right? Because it really does what I want it to do. As you can see in the background, there's RVs all around us. I work in RVs too, so I tow a lot of RVs, and I get to use a lot of RVs. So we're gonna do that in this channel too. Is I'm gonna show you different RVs that we have for sale. I'm gonna use them and tell you about them and see, maybe you'd like to have one yourself, right? See how they're used. But back to the truck, I kind of want to introduce, as my first video back, I wanted to introduce this truck just to answer a bunch of questions that you may have. So if you're watching my videos in sequence, you'll already know about the truck. So what I did is I went and bought this 2014 Chevrolet 2500 HD 6.0 liter V8 Vortec, or LS, otherwise known as the LS motor. It came with a rack on top that we've taken off because I'm not going to haul ladders, and I think I'm going to put a shark rack on top of that to do some shark fishing, but that's in the future. So of course it's four-wheel drive. It's got 360 horsepower, so it'll tow pretty much any camper that I want to tow. And what I really wanted when the truck was, I wanted a really good cargo management system. So I wanted at least a camper shell, but this goes above and beyond, and I'm going to open this up and show you why. So this tray is something that really sold me on this truck, because as you can see, this becomes a tackle management system. It's a place where I can store all the expensive stuff that goes in the truck. Some of these reels are upwards of $1,000, including the poles, especially on some shark rigs that we're going to get. All the tackle, you spend a ton of money on this stuff, and you just want it to be protected as best as you possibly can. And so when I saw this tray, and I thought to myself, oh my God, what a perfect place to store tackle, to store rods and reels. When I go hunting, I can put my rifles in here and keep them locked behind two separate locks. Not only does the tray lock, but the doors lock, and it's got an alarm system on it. So that was a huge selling point to me for all this tackle management system. Second thing is I've got a hanging rack up there. As you'll see that I've got a couple of the longer poles. Those are 7-foot poles on a couple of freshwater rigs. So I went ahead and stored those up there because they don't break down and fit in the box as well. And then it came with this 2,000 watt power inverter already powered in, right? So all the lights on this truck are already powered in, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 110 outlets on this truck that I can plug in 110 power to. And the coolest thing about this truck, we just kind of found out by one of my mechanics here, is it has an auto start feature. So basically, if I'm running something and it's sucking power off my power system, my batteries, the truck will automatically restart itself to keep the batteries up and running. So this is an AT&T truck, so that makes complete sense because they do a lot of power stuff, and they're out on the, on locations doing fiber optics or cell tower stuff. They've got to have on-demand power in these trucks, and that's basically what this is. So the next cool thing about it I found out with AT&T trucks is this truck was pretty much its whole entire life maintained by Firestone Auto Care. It's got Firestone all-terrains on it right now. It's been DOT inspected its whole life. So as me and my son-in-law, we crawled under this truck and we looked at all the nuts and bolts and things. When we looked around this truck, it's solid. It's like brand new, solid. I mean, Firestone really did a good job of keeping this truck up and running. We've had the tires off, we looked at the brakes and rotors, everything's just in immaculate condition. So every light on this truck works. It's just phenomenal. The only thing we found out that does not work right now is that backup camera. And I think it's just because a wire came unplugged. I've got the monitor built in the truck, so something that we'll work on getting taken care of early. But it is a pre-owned truck. It does have some miles on it, but it runs like a top, and it's just got this great cargo management system that I absolutely fell in love with. It's definitely not set up the way I want it set up right now. I've only had this truck about 3 weeks, so I'm just starting to get stuff put in it. We've been to the coast once already in it, kind of do a shakedown trip. Performed perfectly. This will eventually be bins for different cooking supplies and tackle supplies, and I'll have bins and trays and stuff in here. It'll be a real nice setup, but right now it's just everything kind of thrown in there. But we still got to install my CB. That's one of the things we're going to put on here is a communication system. There you'll see one of the 110 outlets. And what we're going to do also too, we're always going to make this what we call surf side. So I'm going to take this little LED light and I'm going to actually put it on the other side. And then I've got a 2-foot bar and 2 1-foot bars that I'm going to put over here. So that's going to add about 10,000 lumens of light on the beach side or the fishing side of things. So we'll really be able to light up that coastline at dark when we're out there shark fishing late at night. The takedown light or the spotlight on top, it absolutely works. We actually used it this last camping trip because my brother-in-law got out pretty deep to cast. We kind of lost him in the waves. I was able to turn that on and pinpoint and find him even when you couldn't see him to the naked eye. A good 100 yards out in the coast, you could see him with that spotlight. So love that. Works like a top. Works on remote control. It's awesome. And then me and my son-in-law added these spotlights for driving down the coast late at night. Those are 2,800 lumens each. There's one on each side, including takedown lights. So we installed those last week. That's kind of our only upgrade right to this point. Everything else on the truck came just the way it did. So we've added the lights and we took off the rack, and that's really all we've done at this point. So anyways, I just want to do a quick intro, get back in the game, show you what we're going to be doing, kind of show you the truck, because you're going to see it on a lot of videos as we're going to and from the coast, at the coast, fishing, things of that nature. So just wanted to say hi, kind of jump back in the game. And like I said, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. There's going to be some really cool content coming along. If you don't, that's fine too. I appreciate you watching. But until next time, we'll see you in Matagorda Bay. Bye-bye.